To the slot to Lindholm. Anderson. One-timer cover. It's got to be up to Foley. He gets high stick in the process. Power play goal. 4-1 Calgary.
And that would end up being the game winner in the Calgary Flames win against the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Colorado Avalanche, last night.
Yeah, that was Tyler Toffoli putting that one away. Then Elias Lindholm would score one more for the 5-3 victory. This win also breaking a 12-game season opener losing streak for the Flames.
You're watching Global News Morning.
Yes, good morning to you as we do sit here at 5 o'clock on, yes, we made it to Friday.
Yeah.
I almost made it to the end of the game. It was like, it was past 10 o'clock. Once 10 o'clock hit, I'm like, wow, this is dangerous territory.
Yeah, I was getting little bits and pieces in the first period. I couldn't stick around for the whole thing, but boy, those highlights this morning, fantastic. All the big names, a great introduction for Flames fans, because Weegar, Huberdeau, and Kadri all getting on the score sheet, all playing phenomenal.
Lovely. Probably made it worth it to be at the Dome if you battled through all that traffic and all the construction that's going on, because that would have been a nightmare. But some good hockey to be had. Okay, let's take a look outside. Right now at 8 degrees, so we're starting a bit warmer than we have the past couple of days for this time of morning. Going to get up to an afternoon high of 17. Looks a little bit breezy though. Our meteorologist Tiffany Lise will be in with a look at your forecast in about 15 minutes. Let's get to the news though first, where Calgarians could see prices at the pumps drop as early as today. The cooling cost of fuel is already happening in some other markets, hot ones like Vancouver, where they've had some of the highest all-time prices in the country.
Why is this happening now? Well,
You're watching Global News Morning.
Kind of sounds like Olympic music.
I like it.
I feel like a high-performance athlete.
Do you? Because I think just before the break you were saying you are basically operating off of solely coffee.
Oh, they don't do that?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, I got some training in my future. No, I tried to stay up less for the hockey game. I made it to 10 o'clock, but my eyes are burning.
For you.
They're burning.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm going to stop complaining. That's been 30 minutes of complaining, so now I will stop. I'm going to
Once
stop
we hit
it.
that 5:30 mark, then it's like, okay.
Okay,
No
move
more.
ahead. Move on, Dallas. Move on.
Well, nobody's complaining about how cold it is this morning. So
You're watching Global News Morning.
To the slot to Lindholm. Anderson. One-timer cover. It's got to be up to Foley. He gets high stick in the process. Power play goal. 4-1 Calgary.
And that was the game winner in the Calgary Flames win against the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, he took a stick to the face, but Tyler Toffoli put it away. And then this one, Elias Lindholm scoring another one for the 5-3 victory. It's the first time the Flames have won their season opener since 2009. Kind of hard to believe. And especially this year, going up against the reigning Stanley Cup champs, they'd be forgiven for, maybe not getting it this time, but they did it. They looked amazing.
They did it. Maybe it's a good sign of things to come.
Yes.
There it is.
maybe it's
so.
time for you guys to get your Stanley Cup 2023 tattoo.
Oh, and we're planning the parade already.
All
Yep.
all
like
in.
those Leafs fans. Just kidding.
I'm going to continue on. 11 degrees is what we're sitting at right now. We have a little bit of cloud cover in the area. Not quite as warm today. In fact, it'll be quite gusty. Tomorrow, a little cool, but we finish off the weekend back in the 20s less.
Oh, and that's going to be so nice, isn't it? We've got that one problem on the go in the south part of the city, and then watching that building volume. Weather and traffic is coming up.
And topping the news this morning, Calgary drivers could see prices at the pumps drop as early as today.
Yeah, the cooling cost of fuel already happening in some hot markets like Vancouver, where they've had some of the all-time highest prices in the country. Gabby Rios is tracking those prices for us this morning. Good morning to you, Gabby. What are you hearing from analysts around, why this is happening, why these prices are getting lower?
You're watching Global News Morning.
Good morning, just past 6:30 here on your Friday. Thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Global News Morning, and some good news for commuters. Gas prices are set to drop after weeks of highs.
If you need gas, you might want to wait a little bit. One local analyst tells us we could see prices go down as soon as today. Gabby Rios is keeping an eye on those fluctuating prices for us this morning. Joins us now. Good morning, Gabby. What is the price there where you're at, Gabby? Good morning.
You're watching Global News Morning.
To the slot to Lindholm. Anderson. One-timer catch. It's got to be up to Foley, who gets high sticked in the process. Power play goal. 4-1 Calgary.
Yes. Okay, that was the official game winner in the Calgary Flames win against the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Colorado Avalanche, last night.
Tyler Toffoli took a stick to the face, but he got it done. Also, Elias Lindholm scoring one more for the 5-3 victory. That one coming from Huberdeau.
Yes.
Beautiful. You're going to see a lot of that. And believe it or not, this was the first time the Flames have won their season opener since 2009.
So that's amazing. That's a good sign. We're off to a good start.
Oh, the cup's in the bag.
The cup's in the bag. Hopefully all that traffic you had to weave through and be patient
Did I
with
say
on the way to the
2009?
job. Yes.
Yes.
2012, or no.
Even our banner said 2009.
Did it say 2009?
In 12 years. I think in 12 seasons,
12
right?
seasons, that's it. Not a math guy. Crunching the numbers internally.
Tiffany,
not sure if it adds up. Is it 2009? It might be 2009.
I think
Sorry, folks. Crisis averted.
You're watching Global News Morning.
Good morning. It's 7:30 here on your Friday. Thanks so much for starting your day with us, and some potential good news for drivers here in our city as gas prices are expected to drop after weeks of highs.
We've seen it in some other cities across Canada. Might be our turn next. If you do need gas, you might want to wait a little bit. One local analyst tells us we could see prices go down as soon as today. Gabby Rios is keeping an eye on it for us and joins us now with more. Good morning, Gabby.
You're watching Global News Morning.
To the slot to Lindholm. Anderson. One-timer catch. It's got to be up to Foley, who gets high sticked in the process. Power play goal. 4-1 Calgary.
There it is. That was the official game winner in the Calgary Flames win against the defending Stanley Cup champs, Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, Tyler Toffoli scoring that one, and then a little bit later, Elias Lindholm would score one more for the 5-3 victory. That coming from a great feed from Jonathan Huberdeau, the new guy. This was the first time the Flames have won their season opener since, can you believe it, 2009.
I can. 2009 is the year. And nice to see Cale McCarr on the ice and his dad in the stands as well. That was lovely. I let we stayed up till about 10, like in the third period, we had to call it. My son just texted me. I said, "You're going to be tired." He's like, "By the way, I'm not tired. Cool, right?"
Whoa.
New bedtime.
You're watching Global News Morning.
Good morning, sitting here at 8:30 on your Friday and topping the news right now. We have seen gas prices drop in cities across the country this week, including a one-day drop of 35 cents in Vancouver, but still no change in Alberta yet.
One local analyst tells us we could see prices go down as soon as today in Calgary. Others are predicting no change at all. Gabby Rios joins us with more, keeping an eye on things. Gabby, good morning.
With rising living costs, Albertans are getting a break, with gas prices expected to fall, what experts say you can expect at the pump.
Temperatures slowly warming up. They'll stay in the teens today, though. We are expecting quite a warm up as we make our way into the end of the weekend and into next week. Those details coming up.
Another bivalent booster shot for COVID-19. How soon Albertans can book the Pfizer vaccine and which strains it protects against. Love Your Library Day. How the Calgary Public Library is celebrating its 110th anniversary.
You're watching Global Calgary. This is Global News at Noon.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. Calgary police are investigating a suspicious death in Crescent Heights. Police say a woman's body was found this past August in an abandoned residence.
Moments of not knowing where your child is the most terrifying experience of your life.
Questions about care after their son went missing from daycare. The Calgary family now looking for answers. A warmer and drier fall, how the conditions are sparking fires.
We've had a cooler day today, and now we have some moisture moving in. You can see the showers off in the distance here. Tomorrow will be cooler yet, but it should be brighter. Details coming up.
You know, what do they do? Look at all these kids. Usually it's just dogs.
The grazing goats are back, where you'll spot these weed eaters in Calgary. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. We begin with breaking news. A man who was deemed a high risk to reoffend is now back in police custody.
Firefighters putting out the flames of a burning semi after a crash between the big rig and a passenger vehicle sent one person to hospital with serious injuries. 15 years later, and they are still marching. They are still fighting for justice for their loved one, fatally stabbed to death. And why waiting last minute to get those Halloween costumes could be a scary option, especially for your pocketbook.
You're watching Global Calgary. This is Global News Hour at 6.
Good evening. Thanks for being here. A fiery head-on crash between a semi and a car just outside of Strathmore this afternoon has sent one person to hospital. Stars Air Ambulance was initially called but stood down.
Those moments of not knowing where your child is the most terrifying experience of your life.
Tonight, a Calgary family looking for answers after their son went missing from daycare. No complaints about this warm October, but why these conditions are sparking wildfires.
In Canada, if you need help, you don't need even to ask. Everyone is so open.
And looking for work, the efforts to match these newcomers with employers and fill some much-needed jobs.
You're watching Global Calgary. This is Global News at 11.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. A man who was deemed a high-risk offender is facing new charges after being released into the community just last month.